Hello, uh, this is the overview for Module 3. So unlike the previous module where you covered linear and logistic regression in 2 weeks, this one has only one week, and then you'll be covering only one classification algorithm called Bayesian classification, or commonly called Naive Bayes method. So Bayesian classification makes use of probability, both unconditional or marginal probability and conditional probability, and is you can predict probability of class membership using Bayesian classification. Naive Bayes makes a very simplistic that looks like unrealistic for any real world problem, but in practice it does work. It does work for many problems, although that the assumption in Naive Bayes is it assumes that the explanatory variables are independent given the target variable. So it can be used for both continuous and categorical variables, and it can be used for different application. Common uses for spam detection, and sometimes you see it's used for sentiment analysis and other application as well. So this is the module page, straightforward for the most part, like the previous one. The format and the structure is the same. As for Naive Bayes, there are different implementation of Bayes rules. So the Bayes rule is how information is updated as part of the algorithm. And so specifically, this is what will be covered in this module, that you would have to understand the Bayes rule, simple rule but powerful, and understand about prior and posterior probability. Prior is probability based on existing knowledge and information, and posterior probability is a probability updated based on evidence that you gather. Okay. And similar to what you did in the previous modules, you will be applying Naive Bayes method to create a model in Python and interpret the results and explain the model. And obviously, part of any modeling effort involves evaluating the model, using different performance metrics. Again, as previous modules, there are reading materials. Here you can see the lecture notes discuss about probability. Again, like I said, Naive Bayes makes use of probability. So you would understand about marginal and conditional probabilities, and the Bayes rule, and how the Bayes rule updates existing information, and also the underlying assumption. And also there is a chapter book that provides a bit richer content in terms of explaining the concept of Naive Bayes, the Bayes theorem, the rule, conditional probability. And so those are the two reading materials, and then there are corresponding video lectures that you can watch that explain the application of Bayes, Naive Bayes in the underlying implementation. And so once you go through the reading material, there is a quiz for module 3, quiz 3, solely on Bayesian classification and Bayes rules. And then, similar to what you did in the last module, you will select the data and the recommendation. So this is assignment 2 will be on Bayesian classification. So you would select the data set that you like from the recommended list, and you can also use if you have a preferred data set. And then you would perform your analysis and fit a Naive Bayes model using Python. So you would run the analysis, perform evaluation, and you will write a report summarizing your findings. So that is the content of this module 3. Again, it's a 1 week module, so a shorter module in that sense. Okay, thank you.